And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals, those grand finales here of the WardiTV Monday number 51. We are here, we are back, we have returned with that best of 5 TVP. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Protoss player, we have the red Protoss, it is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our best of 5. Best of luck. As a reminder as well, this is a prediction for the entire series, not just for the game. So best of luck with said predictions. Hello, as herO, he does move out across the map early on with his probe, and he will hide his pylon, setting up for the proxy. Este herO. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go. We are setting up outside the bases. And we'll see how hard herO does commit. As from here, opening up 2 gates. So 1 gateway back at home, 1 gateway across the map. The goal here is to apply pressure, is to punish the CC, and is to deny the natural expansion here, deny mining. We'll see how much damage you can get done. We can see that Cure is going for an economic opener, going for a Rax expand, a CC on the low ground, and herO will confirm with the probe scout. Ooh, he will delay. Does delay the CC. Ay, ay, ay. We have the money for it. We have the money. Reaper's on the way. SCV taking a little hits. Second worker does come down. There we go. CC has been thrown down, but again, there was a big delay here on that command center, and every second counts, especially when we are making and chronoing out a Zealot. Again, Zealot's going to be rallying, followed by the Stalker, followed by the Adept. Typically, the Stalker is proxied, and the Adept is back at home, because the Adept with the Shade does move out across the map faster. So there it is. We have the Adept at home, the Stalker across the map. We're going to be rallying everything we can to zoom across the map and to punish this CC. You can see here that already the worker is getting low. Probe is going to go down, but this is worth it, as he's softening up with the workers here. And here comes the Stalker. Cure, he has no idea. Cure is getting a safety bunker, thankfully. But the Reaper does take some hits. The bunker should not finish, and neither should the SCV. Yeah, neither should the CC. Oof. The CC is delayed, so is the bunker. We're still rallying out more units, and with enough reinforcements, herO may just force a cancel. He may just deal critical damage. There it is! I cancel CC. Zell gets surrounded, thankfully. Adept does shade in, going for the Marines, gets one, and can he get the other? We'll get the Reaper. Okay, Reaper goes down. Marine as well. Remember, we're still rallying, and this is becoming critical damage. It's getting out of hand. There's nothing. There's 0 army units right now. 1 Marine does arrive. But again, Curie's stuck on 1 base. Big delay on the CC. Big delay on everything. Oof. And this is a rough start for the Terran. It's a rough start, Pappy. Rough start. Behind this herO, going for his tech of choice, is expanding, going for a robo opener out of herO. With this, it's very safe, very defensive. He can start early immortal production to defend against an all-in, and he can also get into Colossus as well. This is a really smart way if he's anticipating an all-in out of Cure. And Cure should be going for something aggressive because of how far behind he is. A 2-base all-in would make the most sense. Just because of his deficits, trying to build up and get into a macro game from here, you're playing from behind. It's going to be very difficult to pull off. So all here has to do is just be as safe as possible. Just play it safe. Army moves in. Cyclone's out of position. The depot is going to go down. Yeah, there's no saving the depot. Let's say shade into the mineral line. Tank is thankfully on the way. There's a recall back home to defend against the Cyclone. Oof. Brutal SCV kills. Breaks in. Cyclone pulls away. Oh no! As the Cyclone gets surrounded. Oof, brutal pickoff. No. I mean, it's already a rough start here for Cure. Not like this. From here, we're settling in. We have Stim on the way. From here, we're keeping an eye open for 2 more Raxes. If we throw down 2 more Raxes, if we get up to a 5 Rax setup on 2 bases, then that would be indicative of an all-in. A little bit surprised he's actually going for a reactored starport play here. So, I mean, before we get ahead of ourselves here, he's already moving in. No upgrades here. He does commit into the shade. He's going for the Marines. Nice drop here on top of the tanks. He gets 1, and he gets both. He gets both tanks. GG gets called. herO, he breaks Cure, and herO takes game number 1. GG. This was a good example of a herO follow-up where herO took a massive lead at the start of the game, and all that herO had to do was just defend and just get further ahead. But no, herO, he built up to 2 bases. He went for a very strong timing with Immortals and with a War Prism, and he decided to try to kill Cure instead, which was really risky, to be honest. Like, if he had some miscontrol, if Cure killed the Prism, if he shut down the Immortals, then there was a chance that maybe Cure recovers. But herO, the killer instinct, goes for the kill. GG. GG, well played. Again, Cure, he was miles behind just because of the opener, just because of all the economic damage, and he could not quite recover from there. I was assuming that he was going to build up into a 2-base all-in. Oh. I was assuming that he was going to build up into a 2-base all-in, but alas, he didn't quite get there. And now we're getting into game number 2. Game 2 is going to be on Torches. Oh my god, what were the vetoes? Game 2 is going to be on Torches. Torches is, of course, one of the most vetoed maps in the map pool. But hey, this is the second time we're seeing it here tonight. Is known for aggression, is known for, yeah, just aggression is maybe the best way of putting it here. Short rush distance by ground, short rush distance by air, goal bases, healing pads. It's an intense map, and we'll see how our players will approach it. There's lots to get into. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Torches, we have the South Green Protoss, the Red Protoss. Leading the series 1-0, it is a herO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Terran player, we have the blue Terran, we have the South Korean Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. Cure is crazy. He is. Crazy. But here we go. Welcome to Torches. Again, Torches is a very unique map in the map pool. It has a gold mineral wall that you can mine through to gain access to these center bases. We have a gold base in the center. We have these giant tumors that expire over time. We have, of course, the short rush distance by air, which does favor drop play and air-based harass, which is why we've seen a rise in popularity of Banshees. Like, Cloak Banshee harassment and Banshee play in general has been quite trendy on this map because it was so popular, because it was so meta. Protoss players started opening up Stargate. They started going for Stargate openers to hard counter, and then Terran players they just stopped going into Banshee play. Started going for more heavy bio pushes to punish the Phoenixes. And again, the meta has just been very influx here on Torches. And we'll see what we get into this time. Probe moves in. Probe will delay. Here again, we are just going to be building up, getting into our own economic opener. Racks expand into factory, so delayed tech here by herO as he did open up with single gas. Meanwhile, this time herO calms down and we go for a standard opener. This time there's no crazy proxy, there's no setup, nothing to aggress, and does open Stargates. Let's go. As I mentioned before, we have been seeing a lot more Stargate play on this map. If you recall, I spoke about how we had a rise in popularity of Banshee play and Banshee harass and just drop play in general because of the rush distance by air. Was very popular, and as a response to that, the Protoss players started opening up Stargate more commonly on Torches as well, just to hard counter that kind of play. So herO does open Stargate. we'll see if Cure does commit to said Banshee play. Now going for his 1-1-1. Picking up his Marines. His bio. And here comes the initial drop. Got a Cyclone, got our Medivacs. Cure will soon move out. Hero opening up Oracle into the Phoenixes, and with the Oracle, he will show his hand. Up until this moment, Cure didn't know. He didn't know that there was a Stargate. Oracle dips in. Plays it safe, didn't want to get caught out. We'll get a couple of SCVs. And Cure should be more defensive. He already moved out with his Marines. Meanwhile, the Revelation gets eyes on the Medevac moving out. These early bio pushes can punish Stargate play. We spoke about it. There's a shield battery. There's the depths. I feel like Hero should be fine. Should be fine. Cure reinforcing with a Liberator. Okay. There's Liberator. Cure pulls away. Throws down 2 more Raxes. Here it does poke in, just keeping tabs on the bio army. Phoenixes have been slowly building up. From here, he's not going Phoenix Colossus, he's going Phoenix into Charge. I mean, there were options available here if Hero wanted to go into Colossus, if he wanted to go into Zealots. Did make his choice. Bearing in mind that Hero does take his gases on 2 bases, and he goes for a very delayed third, very delayed expansion. Liberator does go down, no major damage. But Hero, because of the delayed third base, he is expecting and getting ready for a 2-base push. For a 2-base all-in, Oracle goes down, and does Cure commit to one? Still waiting for the upgrades. But again, because of this 2-base play, Hero, his Storm will be ready for a move out. And Cure will have to play out into the mid game instead. I feel like it would be wise to expand instead of moving out. But we'll see. Cure with the interception. Oh, does get one. Does get a Phoenix. Not bad. 1 Phoenix that's full. Upgrades are about to kick in. He's getting +1. Stim, combat shields, and he does expand. Whew, good call. So, as we mentioned, Hero, he was ready for a fight. He has 3 Templar, he's got 4 Storms. He was expecting a push, but Cure's expanding. Cure, he's posturing, he's not committing. So from here, we're building up into a longer game. This is where Hero is going to be in a brutal position. This is where Hero has to make use of his army. Remember, Hero, he delayed his own expansion, he delayed his economy to make all this, all of this. Moving in, does end a storm. 1 storm lands, does take mansion to the face. There's still plenty of buy behind this. And Cure holds. And Cure, he's pre-split. He's ready for the storms. Hero looking for a way in. And from here, Kira's in a really good position. Kira, he's ahead. He's getting his start base up running, and Kira should be the first to max. Should be the first to max out. Likewise, should be the first to brace 2-2. Marshal's popping off. Storms, they graze the army. But for the most part, again, Kira, he is pre-split. The Storms are not really getting much value. And Kira is in danger. Oh, there's a decent Storm. Some better Storms towards the end. But Kira's, he's in no danger. He's in no danger of dying. Kira has plenty to work with. Nice Storm. Oh, but a better snipe. Takes on the Templar. Kira defends. And Kira's just getting further ahead. Hira's just falling further behind. Hira working on double Robo, double Colossus production. Hira, he needs time to get into the Colossus. If he can get there, if he can get into Colossi and Storm, then maybe he can slow the game down and recover. But this has been a rough game for the Protoss. Go to my connection. The army's clumping. Was clumping. He unloads. Oh no! Little prism goes down. It's a full prism. Full prism falls. There was Zealous inside. Here it gets into the mineral line. And then Kira, at this point, he can do what he wants. Stands in, focuses on some of the stalkers. Almost the entire army responds. Actually, that was the entire army. That's how little Hira has to work with. This is it. 4 Templar, 2 Archons, he recalls, Kira's pushing out, and Kira's just snowballing out of control. Kira has a massive army. The Colossus will help. Sure. So from here it does run away. He's running out of storms, he's got 2 left. Down to 1. But he's got maybe 1 more in the chamber. Nah, not even. Yeah, every head Templar goes down. And from here, Kira just snowballs out of control. He stims and he wins. Again, Hero just playing from behind from almost the beginning of the game. And Kira never overextended. Played it safe. Once he recognized it was a Stargate opener, Kira, he just chilled back at home. Once he recognized that his opponent went for a delayed expansion, and GG gets called. Kira ties up the series 1-1. GG. Whew, hi. Again, basically, Hero put himself behind. Hero, he did decide to stay on 2 bases, to embrace the gases, to go into Storm, to go into his High Templar, to go into Charge, and he did everything on 2 bases. And the problem is, Kira didn't attack. The problem is Kira did not attack, so everything that Hero was building up towards, it led into nothing. He wanted Kira to all in. He wanted Kira to be in his face. He wanted Kira to try to punish him going for the Stargate. Never happened. Never happened, and in the end, Hero, he fell behind. He put himself behind, I should say, and Kira just snowballed out of control from there with a greater economy, with a greater production, with a greater setup. So a solid game there at a Cure. And again, really solid decision making as well, to recognize how committed Hero was, and to of course go for the response of just calming down and expanding. And now we get into game number 3. Jumping to game 3 here. And we'll see how players do adjust. Game 3 is going to be on ley lines, one of the more standard maps in the map pool. Let's go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss being forced into a tied series. We'll see if he can bring it back. We'll see if he can tie things up, or take a lead, I should say. It is herO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. Here we go. So from here, we're calming down. As we load into ley lines, we should be seeing a much more standard opener out of herO. When I say standard, I mean 3-gate blink. 3-gate blink Stalker into a third is what we're expecting. Likewise, Cure can be more aggressive here. Can choose to be more active, more aggressive, more dedicated. Likewise, we've yet to see mech. I mean, the games have been really short, to be honest. Like, the games have just been really, really short, so we haven't had the opportunity. I don't know if I'm fond of mech on ley lines. As I mentioned before, I can see mech working really well on Maganatha, on Tokamak, but on a map like ley lines, we'll see. We'll see if he does dabble in it. I'm sure we'll see mech at some point in this series from Cure. Whether it's here in Game 3, I can't say with certainty. I'm leaning away from it. As Cure does go for the faster economy, so racks expand into delayed factory. Hello. Here he does skirt around the edge of the map. Cure, he's looking for any kind of proxy, any shenanigans. Now with his delayed scouts, I believe here his goal here is to avoid the Reaper. And, I mean, there is no Reaper, unfortunately. I guess he does avoid it. But there was none. Yeah, the Marine does run away. Here he scouts the timing of the CC. He knows. He's now aware of the economic opener. He now knows that this was a CC before factory. And we'll see how he responds. So far, going for the Twilight Council. The Council. 1-1-1, the Cure. And so far, we're just building up to 3-gate blink. Nothing crazy yet. And we'll see if he's tempted to throw down another gateway. Otherwise, he could just cut corners. Oh, going to charge? Interesting. Remember, he did scout the economic opener. Hallucination also gets eyes on the follow-up, gets eyes on the 1-1-1. Cyclones for the tech lab. But a charge-based opener is ideal against an all-in. If Cure was going to go for an all-in, if he was going to pull the boys, if he commits into, say, 3 tanks and a move-out, then herO would be ready. Tank production has begun. Hallucination reconfirms or rescouts. Confirms the tech lab on the factory. Also gets eyes on the move-out. Is aware. Does intercept. Does force the unload. Oh, trading with the Marines. Oof, takes down the medevac. We'll lose 1 Stalker, but just the 1. So this is well worth it. herO here losing 1 Stalker for a medevac, Cyclone, and Marines. Ay, ay, ay. Better trade for herO, but this is a late third. Oh my god. I just assumed that he had gone a little bit earlier. Nice retargeting. But very late third base here at a herO. Remember, he did decide to go for early charge. And hero's moving out. Cure's throwing down extra axes. If Cure was going for a third CC into mech here, then herO this could just kill him. But Cure's playing it safe, he's getting 2 more bunkers. He's gonna see the setup, and I think he's gonna commit anyway. Yeah, he's going for it. Does go for the dive, goes for the tank. Tank does go down. Ooh, did pull back too soon. I believe 1 extra volley went off. One extra volley. And there's just not enough gateway units here. Yeah, there is not enough. Cure holds. Cure, he holds, he defends. He will lose 5 SCVs, but only 5. Catching out the Observer, and Cure is in a better position. Straight up. He's in a better position here. He has a better economy. Set up. As here, he wants that tank, and he will get it. Okay. Drops in, takes down the tank, bleeding out 1 zealot. You're popping off. Again, just getting as much value as he can. So you don't forget to stretch. As the game is slowing down. From here, the game is slowing down. Here, he's securing his 3rd base, now taking up into Colossus. Not Storm. Going straight Colossus instead. And here, he's ready for the counterattack. If he sees a committed move out, then here he can move in. Here. Does he spot the... Yeah, he does spot it. Does spot the Observer. Sells maybe a little bit too soon. So Curie is now aware. So we're the War Prism. Let's go for the double drop. He's moving with his double drop. Does move in. From here, nice damage. Here is out of position. Oh, and here he's going to get supply blocked. Leading out 6 probes. Here will take an economic lead. Oh, here he does get 1 full medevac. Nice snipe towards the end. But we spoke about it earlier. Here he delayed his own 3rd base here. So Cure economically, he's keeping up, if not just exceeding Hero in terms of the economy. Hero's going for his push. Alright, what does he have? He's got 1 Colossus. 1 Colossus, he's going to be heavily reliant on these Zealots. Cure setting up. As here he sees the setup, he backs off. He wants none of it. Here pulls away. Pulls away, sets up his 4th base. Now coming into a longer game state, I do still give the edge to Cure. I feel like he's had a stronger start so far. But Hero can recover. I mean, he's got a Zealot run by. His Zealots are ready. He's got spotter Zealots in position. Once again, the goal here is for Hero to wait for a move out. So wait for a move out or wait for a distraction. Then he can move in. Until then, getting a second robo, so we should be working towards Disruptor soon. Here come the Disruptors, here come the Nevas, they're coming. And thankfully here he does have some map control, that's why he's able to freely expand, that's why herO is stuck at home. But the eventual move out is going to be brutal. herO's maxing out, but that doesn't matter. herO's about to keep up, we'll catch up. As here he has a distracting army on the right, moving in on the left. herO keeps in position. For now he's distracted. My side the Colossus at the same time. herO does go for it. Let's move in. Ghosts are ready though. And herO's taking too long. Oh, does get the massive warp in though. Massive warp into the main. No, that Colossus gets caught out. Nice force fields with the ghosts. They get away, losing only one ghost. Yeah, one ghost goes down. Oh, so I'll say Duke collapsing from behind. Okay. herO, he gimmicks in. Can he pull this off? Nova, ooh, takes down so many SCVs clump up. 25 SCV kills in total. But herO defends. herO, he defends, he holds on, but has he lost too many workers? 27 probe kills or 27 SCV kills in total. The economy has been crippled. herO behind this, he has 75 probes. Begun that road to recovery. It's gonna take a while, but herO, he's gonna slowly remax, making his Colossus, going for his Warpins. Likewise, herO doing the same. Slowly max out his Ghost, his Bio. See herO being broken here, at least not on 4 bases. herO, he's attempting, going for another Zealot run by. Good response. Here he does hold, he does defend. With a 4 base economy, herO can max. Both players will. herO, he could be taking this opportunity, especially because herO is fighting for his expansion. We could see Stargate, right? Stargate into Fleet Beacon, into the attempted setup into Sky Toss. So tech-wise here, he could go one step further. He could go one step further. If he was classic, he would be. Like classic 100%, he would just be throwing down 3 Stargates and getting +1 air attack. You're focusing a little more on the now. He's not fully aware what's coming his way. That 4 Colossus hit squad, let's go. Zealot run by distract, no major damage. Oh, I spoke too soon. SCVs are falling, and now he's going for the kill, going for the throat. Let's see what here can get done. Denies the third. SCVs are still going down. The Zealots are wreaking havoc. And you can see that Curie's stuck here. He's stuck in this 4th base. He can't respond. He can't rotate to his main. Chris getting into 3-3. Nice splits. Oof. Does take one massive node to the face, but he will catch every disruptor. And we saw this previously as well. Zham's positioning is at least not to be desired. Here, holding on. Holding. And here he has to just rebuild that disruptor count. Building up with disruptors. Likewise, Curie's also refining his army. It will just come down to the main fight. Come down to the control. Does Curie land the EMPs? Does herO land the Novas? How many Vikings will there be? True. There's 8. Okay. Down to 7. Down to 6. Need those Vikings. Here trying to look for a way in. Does not want to get sandwiched. Oh, green peas. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Get 3 just wants to go down. Good losses for herO. herO's just been on the back foot for most of this game. Can he recover? He's hunting. Never does crazy army. Comes in from behind. Nice EMP. EMP lands. Oh! Last second split. Avoids most of the Nova. Down goes the second Colossus. Down to 2. 2 Colossus remaining. And Curie just snowballs out of control. Again, he just takes the fight. He bullies back the army. Chases down the final Colossus. And Curie should break the expansion. And just keep going from here. Takes down the Robo. Takes down the forward base. Now going for the third. And now Curie from here, he can just stim and win. I mean, I say that. He's going to try to force his way up into the main base. He is prone to getting surrounded, though. Okay. Here comes herO. Does lose a full mineral line. EMP does connect. And here he'll force a big up. Let's force it. Merrick's they barely get away. He pulls out. Still trying to make use of this army. From across the map is reinforcing. He pulls away. Reinforcements have arrived. Still being forced to guy back. Here the game continues. I mean, again, Cure, he almost just ended the game. He almost went for the kill, but here he barely held on, barely survived. Now hero's back in this. He's holding his own. CC's under fire. Base goes down. Sentry tower as well. So, once again, just here, just looking for a way in. Speaking of, does go for a massive Zealot run by. Snipe sentry towers. Trade against the buyer. Security dust him in. Takes down the disruptors. He's trading here, but he's trading mainly minerals, like mainly mineral-based units. Quite gas intensive. Until now, taking more gases. This should be for the ghosts. Here once again pushing him into the bases. Really risky play here at the herO. Pulls away, the game is slowing down. You see herO mass expanding, taking bottom right and top left. Curie's gotta be careful, has to respect the high ground, respect the Colossus. Curie's had the better start, but it will just may come down to this. Colossus, they collapse in, not enough Vikings. Not enough Vikings, and here he will take the fight. Just out the army. GG gets called. One wrong move, one bad fight, and here he will claim it. He will take game number 3. GG. GG, well played. Again, Cure, he was doing quite well for himself. He was trading well. He almost ended the game by pushing into the natural. He was out trading his opponents. But there we did see him commit into a fight out in the open, pushing into so many Colossus, while Cure had a low Viking count. He had a very low Viking count, so he had no good setup against the Colossus. GG. GG, well played. But a very frantic game. Very frantic, very low kind of supply game as well. There were just a lot of engagements in the center of the map, or in the early game, or the mid game. A lot of engagements, and with that, GG. GG, well played. herO, he was able to make a game out of that. Again, not the cleanest game at all, not at all, but does claim it, and now we're getting to game number 4, potentially the final game of the series. We're loading into Tokamak. Here we go. As spawning in the top right corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Protoss. We have the Red Protoss. He does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if he can close it out here and now. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. I almost said Clem. The fatigue is setting in, Fabi. The fatigue is setting in. I'm running off of 4 hours of sleep today, as basically once I think my was finished at around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and I had to wake up at like 9. I think I woke up at 8:45. So let's go, bye. Let's go. So getting fatigued a little bit faster here than usually for the WardiTV Mondays. We can make it, man. We can make it. Let's go. We can make it. Of course, it's going to be similar tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to wake up in... how many hours time? 9 hours for the OSC mid-season playoffs. Maybe we get some good sleep today. This way, like, oh, why don't you cast Monday Night Weekly? God, no. Appreciate the badge. But again, a really chaotic game on ley lines, very back and forth. There was some strong moments for Cure, other strong moments for herO. I was favoring Cure for the most part in that game. He was going for a lot of correct and good moves, but one bad fight is sometimes all it takes. I say one bad fight, really it was just a rough lead up to that fight as well. If you recall, before that final engagement, Cure lost most, if not every single one of his Vikings, so the Viking count against 4 Colossus, that does not bode well. Likewise, he bled out to Ghost early on before the main fight occurred as well. So he had less Ghosts, less EMPs. Let's go. CranKy degen, exactly. Oh, the degen. Otherwise, we're going to be settling in. Did have a more economic opener out of Cure, going rack to spend. So rack to spend, economic starts here out of our Terran player. Likewise, so far, standard opener out of herO. I say standard, we've seen a lot of variance out of herO so far in this series. A lot of variance. So we'll see what he goes for this time. As behind this, we're getting to our own 1-1-1. So 1-1-1 follow-up here out of Cure. Hallucination does confirm. Does confirm that we're going reactored Marine. There's no reactored Widowmine. There's no reactored Cyclone. Reactored Widowmine or reactored Hellion. So nice scouts. With this does confirm that we're going for earlier tank production and earlier Banshee play as well. So this is actually very aggressive out of Cure. Very, very aggressive. Very tech heavy. And we have the non-stop hallucinations. This is indicative of an early push. Ooh, going into cloak. Interesting. It's on the way. Here it gets 2 probes, nothing major. As hero's going for... he's going 2K Blink. Uh-oh. 2K Blink into a third base. Very greedy build out of hero. Very greedy. This is a build that has fallen out of favor and fallen out of the meta. Meanwhile, Cure, that's a fast first tank. That's going to be a fast second tank. And do we get into a fast third tank? Oh, we're going to mech. Okay, we'll do one better. So it's going to be a 1-1-1. That's going to be a fast third TC. And this should be another factory. We should be getting ready for a second and third factory. Now the lack of tech lab on the racks makes sense. So show us that mech. There it is. Second factory, no surprises here. If you recall at the start of the series, we spoke about how we expected to see mech at some point in the specified from Cure, and if we did, it would be on Maganatha or Tokamak. Well, we're on Tokamak, and we have mech. It's kind of a better map for that kind of play. Allows you to set up quite easily on 4 bases. Even on 5. This time we have Macfield accelerators. True. Remember last time we saw Macfield accelerators was not researched. It was brutal for sure. Not like this. Not like this. That was during the semis, of course, against Solar. Secure does move out with 2 Banshees, key can, 1-shot workers. Is spotted. Hero responds. So far, Hero's keeping up. Cure behind them. It's going to take a little bit longer here to actually embrace all of this production and embrace all of the mech. Cure, he'll get there. We'll get there. You can see here attempt to intercept. Attempt. Can Hero try to strike before Cure can really build up his mech? He's going for it. Does go for the massive warp in, and can he get on top of the tanks? There are 3 Hellbats. Sorry, 4. There are 4 Hellbats, 3 Cyclones. Hero, can he break the siege line? Here and now, he's going for it. Yeah, he has enough. He has a massive wave of Zealots. Blinks in. He gets 1 tank. He gets 1. There's 1 more tank left. He gets both. Both tanks go down. Zealots overwhelm. I say that the Hellbats do a great job tanking. Zealots do. Sorry, Hellbats, I should say, do a great job tanking. Another Warpin comes in. Detection is available, and Banshees are going down. Banshees are falling. Zealots are tanking against the Cyclones. CC does fall, getting 17 SCV kills, and this is critical damage. Again, Cure, he was working towards mech. He didn't quite get there, though. He did need a little bit more time. Trying to save the CC. Trying to do 1 more volley. Can he get it? Can he blink in? Ah. Doesn't go for it. It just needs 1 more warp in. Going for the dive. Does focus on the Cyclones. He gets 1, 2, 3. Every Cyclone does fall. And Hero, he will run away with this. We did see the attempted mech out of Cure, but this is critical damage. GG gets called. And Hero will take the series 3-1. Becoming this week's WardiTV Monday champion. GG. Whew. GG, well played. That is the one big moment where you're vulnerable as the meching Terran player, is when you're going for your 3rd TC, when you're rushing to your 3rd TC before you really get your high mech army going. Again, there were only, what was it, 2 tanks? I think it was 2 tanks on the low ground. Remember, it was only like 4 or 5 Hellbats, 3 Cyclones. Like, he needed a little bit more time to build up that army. And if he were able to, then he would have been able to defend and shut down the aggression, the timing. But alas, we saw that Kira was being greedy. He was being greedy. He was set up, and herO, once he realized what was going on, he went for the kill. He went straight for the kill, went straight for the throat. If you remember, with the non-stop scouting, he did confirm the tech labs on the starport, tech labs on the factory, and he confirmed that the tech labs were staying, of course. Then he scouted the follow-up. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to herO, congratulations. Does claim the series. I do apologize for being a little bit low energy for game 3. It was game 3, yeah, game 3. Game 3 and game 2 as well. It was a little bit lower energy. So I do apologize, but I'm giga tired. Giga. We made it, we made it. It's midnight. It's midnight here in Australia, and again, we're going to be live in around 10 hours. In around 10 hours time with what? With OSC mid-season playoffs. Man, you can see it here. You can see it here before you. We just wrapped up with our Monday evening broadcast, and we're going to be live at Tuesday morning with the OSC mid-season playoffs. That's going to be at 9 a.m. KST. That's going to be at 10 a.m. AST. Meanwhile, in less than 24 hours, we're going to be live with Sparkling Tuna Cup. That's going to be our second cast tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, we have Pigastar Cup into the League Cup. On Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have non-stop RSL. We have the Pondcast and the KSL intermixed as well. So we do have an intense week of StarCraft as always here on the CranKy Ducklings. What I will say is that for the Pigastar Cup, that is very tentative. We'll see how things go. If I'm available for the Pigastar Cup, so that I'm a little bit shaky when it comes to my ability to cover Pigastar Cup this week. I know that we've been very sporadic with Pigastar Cup. I do apologize. Some weeks we can, some weeks we can't. So that's the one thing for Wednesday. Otherwise, we should be good. Should be good for everything else. Everything else should be good to go. And of course, one of these days as well, maybe on Sunday, maybe over the weekend, depending on when I finish, I also do want to have like a recap TLMC stream as well. For those who aren't aware, the Team Liquid map contest is currently ongoing in the judging phase, TLMC number 21, and I have been, over the past like 4 or 5 days, I have been going through all the maps, going through the judging process. It's my first time doing it, my first time. Shout out to Wax, he reached out, and I was like, I don't know if I have time. I was like, I do so much casting, but I don't know if I can. But I was like, you know what? If I don't, who will? So we stepped up, and it's a lot of maps. Fun fact, I have I have 3 more maps. I have 3 more maps to go, and then I would have finished going over all of the standard maps. I still have to go through all the rush maps and the macro maps and the dynamic maps as well. So that's that's gonna be a process, maybe. But depending on when I finish, maybe on Sunday or maybe next week, I do want to have like a recap stream, which will be a lot of fun, where we can kind of go over all the maps and kind of go over what I'm looking for and what I was like basing my criteria off of, and yeah, on the upcoming maps with TLMC 21. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And you can get some insight on that as well. So that'll be the plan. That'll be the plan. Either this Sunday or next week, one or the other. But again, I still have to. Finishing up the standard part is the most important thing, because there are more standard maps submitted than any other category. There's only like, how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's only 12 rush maps. There's like, what, 5 times as many standard maps. There's a decent amount of macro maps, and there's like, what, 6 dynamic maps? Yeah, so it's gonna be easier to get through the rest of it. But yeah, it's been an intense 2 weeks, or 1 week even. It's been very intense. But with that, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in 10 hours time, in 10 hours for the next cast for some OSC mid-season playoffs, or tomorrow for some Tuna Cup. See you for the 2 of them. Otherwise, thanks for watching, thanks for support. You can follow us on the socials, of course. You can follow us on all the socials, and more importantly, check us out on YouTube. ! Socials in the chat, but check us out over on YouTube, as we do upload on a daily basis. We do upload every single day on YouTube. That's the other thing that I've been juggling: casting, doing TLMC, and also trying to schedule all the VODs on a daily basis as much as I can. So it's been a lot, man. It's been a lot, but we're keeping up. So yes, yeah, with that, thanks for watching. You follow us on YouTube. All the VODs are there, so if you can't watch something live, then it's all going to be on YouTube thereafter, so make sure you're a part of that. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft. Do it all over again. And big shout out to Wardi as well, by the way. Wardi, of course, he does host, he does organize this event, so much love to Wardi, especially considering he just got married. Wardi just got married a week ago, over a week ago at this point, so big momentous occasion for old mate Wardi. Much love to Wardi. GG, well played. GG. So, with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft stream raid. I do know that the Monday night weeklies is right around the corner. We will not be casting that. No, I need us. No shot. We'll not be casting the Monday night weeklies, but I believe that's typically covered by Steadfast and by Rotterdam. I think they're the usual casters. Sometimes Zombie Grub. And maybe Pig, actually. I know that Pig is in Europe right now. He's in Manchester. The reason for that is because Pig was at Wardi's wedding. Not just Pig, but Zombie Ravi, Harstem, Risky, Euthermal, like Loco, they're all at Wardi's wedding. So some of them did stick around to have a bit of a vacation over in the UK. So that's why Pig was casting Masters of the Game from Europe, from the UK. For those that were curious as to why that was happening, did decide to use the wedding as an opportunity to have a vacation. But otherwise, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.